Welcome to NFL Talk Live here with Jeremy, Hanwin, and Shalin. We are talking about the AFC North's Baltimore Ravens after signing Derrick Henry. We're going to talk about their Super Bowl chances this season. They were the AFC #1 seed last year. We'll start with you, Shalin. What do you think that the Ravens' Super Bowl chances are?
I think they're pretty good. They've got some good players already. Solid offensive line, defensive players. Lamar Jackson's a good QB. Justin Tucker might be the best kicker in the league still. But yeah, with Derrick Henry, he's really good. He's one of the best running backs in football, of course. And yeah, they got to the AFC Championship game last year. It's definitely entirely possible they could win the Super Bowl this year. I don't know if they'll finish #1, but I would say they're probably near the top of these Super Bowl odds for this year.
Yeah, Hanwin, what's your opinions on the Ravens' chances?
Well, luck hasn't always gone their way in the playoffs. Like in 2019, they were the #1 seed. Lamar was a unanimous MVP, but they still got destroyed by the Titans in the divisional round. In 2020, they lost against the Bills, partially because of Lamar Jackson threw a pick six. And then this year, you have Zay Flowers fumbling near the goal line, Lamar Jackson throwing triple coverage. And honestly, I'd argue his MVP wasn't exactly deserved, given that he didn't really lead the league in any categories. I'll say that with Derrick Henry, I think the offense can do well, but we got to see how well the defense can do now that Mike McDonald's with the Seahawks and Patrick Queen with the Steelers.
Jeremy, what do you think that the Ravens' chances are this year?
I think they can for sure make it to the Super Bowl. It'll be tough getting past the defending champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. I think they can do it, though. Derrick Henry will fit right in with John Harbaugh's running first offense. He'll split carries with Lamar, which will help him prolong the rest of his career with less wear and tear. Have breakout star from last year, Justin Madubuike, anchoring the D-line with Roquan Smith dominating their linebacker core. And Zay Flowers, I think this year will really step into that true wide receiver #1 position with Odell Beckham Jr. now with the Dolphins.
Yeah, certainly some good chances this year for the Ravens, but we have some news out of the opposite division, the NFC, specifically out of Atlanta, the Falcons. You're going to hear it here first on NFL Talk today. Michael Penix has won the starting job at quarterback over Kirk Cousins. Michael Penix was shockingly drafted by the Falcons. No one saw that coming, but now he's been named the starter for this coming season. We'll start with you, Jeremy, this way. What do you think about Michael Penix becoming the starter for the Falcons?
I think this is a really interesting decision. Obviously, they have a new coaching staff after firing Arthur Smith, but they just paid Kirk Cousins $140 million for 4 years, I think. And so I think, in my opinion, Michael Penix should start his career as a backup to Kirk Cousins. Been in this game for a long time, been a solid starter for his whole career, played with a bunch of great receivers, and I think he can really mentor Penix. So I don't understand this decision, but we'll see how it works out.
Hanwin, do you think that Michael Penix is ready for the starting job?
I don't exactly think so. He had a good regular season in college, but he didn't do well in the national championship game against Michigan with 2 interceptions. He's had some injuries in college, so he might not be fully recovered from those injuries. Not to mention, as Jeremy said, they did already pay Kirk Cousins, and he can be a good mentor to Penix. So I don't get why they paid Kirk Cousins that much to be a backup.
Shalin, do you think that this is the right decision to start Michael Penix?
I don't know. I haven't seen them play. I'm assuming the Falcons have seen both of their quarterbacks in practice. They thought Penix was better. It makes sense for them to go to him, but this doesn't seem like reasonable. Seems to come out of nowhere. You'd obviously expect Kirk Cousins to start. He's been in the NFL for over a decade, and he's played pretty well. He's just made $4 years, $40 million. I think you'd expect them to probably split starting time this season. I don't think that Kirk Cousins is going to want to take that money just to hold a clipboard.
All right, we'll have to see what happens in Atlanta. For Shalin, Hanwin, and Jeremy, I'm Jack. Thank you for watching NFL Talk today.